Good morning. As I said yesterday in my video, I was going to fix that lazy throttle issue on this mower today. So I thought I'd shoot a video to show you what I do and how I do it. Basically what I do is I replace these factory throttles that are pretty rinky-dink with these that have a little bit better, well, not just a little bit. I've been running them for probably 3 or 4 years on this mower, and I've never had a problem with them yet. They seem to have better quality, and it possibly could be that I also don't have a knob that can catch the branches. So they have a threaded stud there. I don't know what they intend the operator to place on that, but what I use is I intentionally went with something that did not take and make a catch point. So you could leave it bare, but I used a rubber vacuum nipple, if I can find the right size. I'm running low on those things. I need to get over to the store and get some more. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to have anything on there, you know, but if you got delicate hands, then there you go. Anyway, then the first step is take off the old throttle. So just loosen 3 bolts. Take off your control panel. Okay. On these bolts, don't ever put Loctite, because you don't want them to seize and spin the threaded insert in the plastic tanks. Instead, use locking washers, because you know how vibration makes them rattle loose. But with the split lock washer, it clamps and it affects the holding at the surface, not in the thread. So you have the same advantage, and then it won't rattle loose, but you won't have the problem of having the threaded insert. See the nuts there that are part of the tank? They won't spin on you. Okay, so then, see, now you got to be careful on mine anyway, not to touch there, because that's the hot from the battery to that battery isolator. So I gotta loosen these, and I don't have the right size wrench to take the old throttle off. Hang on, let me go get a wrench. All right, I got the right size wrench. Take these loose. All right, got those bolts loose. Just take the old throttle out, and then I gotta come around to this side and take off the cable from the throttle plate. There. So to go a little farther than I wanted to. Okay. Now I just pull the old throttle back and out. And that's the way it's supposed to be ringing. But I forgot to tell you, on these new throttles I use, they are actually made for an Arians. The cable is 35.5 inches, so it's shorter than factory. So I have to route it a little different But I just, the reason I do it is because, like I said, I've not had any trouble with them losing their detent. So here's how I route it. Let me see if I can get this done without shorting to the battery. So on these, because of the limitations, I have to run it through that top hole. On my machines, every machine's going to be different, you know. And then maybe put that through there, and then I gotta bolt the throttle on. And here's where it pays off to have multiple machines. I wanted to see how I ran it here. Looks like I went behind the seat bar and then just loosely looped it down to and around. It was not supposed to, but the way I did do it on the other one was somewhere like that. Approximate. Let me check to see which side of that pipe I went, that hose. Yeah, I went between them on that, but this one's set up a little different. See, you know, I don't have very good memory, but the point is having multiple machines, and I only have to learn stuff once, in a way, if you call this learning. Some people might call it stupid, but everybody has their own deal, man. I do things as I would. I mean, I just do what works for me. I like simple. And damn it. Okay, so I put my throttle at wide open, and then I want to tighten down my clamp on my cable when this plate is full clock, and then I want to test it, because, you know, that should give you full throttle, but you also want it to be able to idle back down. So you might have to go to a compromise, because I rarely need full throttle anyway. But there's a lot of times I need to have the ability to go to a lower RPM because of dust or hazards. So okay, make sure I didn't clamp it too hard here. Alright, so now I just got to test it. Start it up. Hang on a second. Okay, so let me start it up and test it out here. I put my isolator switch in here. Now, hang on. I gotta stroke the choke. I don't run choke cables, by the way. When I'm on the machine, it's easy to do. kill my engines with the coil. I don't ground the coil to kill them. Instead, I just take away the voltage from the fuel point. That's why it takes a little longer to shut off, because it's running out the rest of the fuel in that circuit.